Hi everyone, how's it going? Hope you are having a good weekend. I had the chance to get a new henna tattoo and I wanted to share with you guys a very cool discovery recently when I was flipping through this old guidebook of Beirut in 2017. They have a greentara themed decor shop. And it reads, Greentara Gallery oozes a serene vibe alongside its beautiful display of home decor. Sleepy yet well-groomed cats will welcome you from the garden. Inside, instrumental music, incense, and soft lighting make the browsing experience all the more enjoyable. Discover the rich and colorful world of Nepal and Tibet with mosaic light fixtures, dark wood wardrobes, mystical mirrors, and an extensive collection of rugs, quilts, and blankets. So we had that experience this weekend in Augusta, and I'm very grateful for everyone who showed up and who had some beautiful singing programs as well. And now we will continue reading from Chetsang Rinpoche's biography. He was building the Kagyu College as well as a new library, the Songtsen Library. He established a new stupa in Lumbini. Years passed before the project could be realized, but finally it was realized, and then they created majestic structures for Rinpoche's lamas and khenpos in Nepal. The interior contains a magnificent statue of Vajrayana in union with his consort in the center of an imposing shrine. Inside the Kagyu College, there is an enormous statue of Shakyamuni Buddha flanked by Nagarjuna and Asanga, the representatives of the two great paths derived from the Buddha, the lineage of the profound view through Nagarjuna, the main exponent of the Madhyamaka doctrine, the middle way, and the lineage of the vast conduct, the path of the Bodhisattva through Asanga. Now the Drikung monks and nuns would have an opportunity to receive a complete education, from elementary training to the highest teachings, all in one location. Fortunately for our generation, both inside Tibet and outside, His Holiness worked hard to create spaces to practice the Dharma. Despite efforts at reconstructing monasteries in Tibet, the former glory could not be restored in some cases. Considerable restoration has only taken place in the main monastery of Drikung Til. The monastery's temple have been renovated and once again houses many statues and texts. And here we have a living example testimony from someone who has been educated very well.
I joined this Institute of Buddhist Studies in Dharma, and there I studied Tibetan philosophy, and then passing 6 years, and then material, and after that studying 1 year cosmology. Then I didn't complete my study there. Then I joined. I plan to come here to do some retreat in Lapchi. So I take leave from there and then joined the Jetsun Monastery in Beirut with the permission of His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche. Then I came here, and then since then, in 2013 April.
Only a few Dharma treasures have survived and found their way to Drikung Kagyu centers in Dehradun and elsewhere. There is a statue of the lineage founder Jigten Sumgyen made during his lifetime, and the root texts, the 5 treatises of Maitreya with handwritten notes by the first Chungtsang Rigsen Chodrak. Another treasure is a little book with wood covers, the lacquer ornamentation worn away through much use, that contains the daily prayers in Shiwe Lodro's handwriting, tiny letters on small pages. There are also 3 malas that belong to Chetsang Rinpoche's earlier incarnations, and 2 very old Drikung seals. There isn't much compared to the myriad of precious objects that used to furnish the temples and fill the storerooms of the monasteries. Fortunately, practice continues in Drikung Tibet. About 200 monks live there, and they continue the traditional rituals, chants, lama dances, and butter sculpture, and withdraw to meditation huts for retreats. What they lack, however, are well-trained teachers. Even the region's natural environment has undergone a marked transformation. There are scarcely any trees or bushes where dense forests once stood, and the once abundant fauna has all but disappeared. It is especially drastic, and there's a large dam constructed at the confluence of Shorong and Longsho, opposite Drikungzong. Many families living in the valley had to be resettled as the open river valley where there had been villages and fields and where Chetsang Rinpoche's grandfather had built a suspension bridge a long time ago has been flooded to become a huge reservoir. Rinpoche follows these developments without rancor, let alone outrage. Change is an intrinsic property of all things, whether one likes it or not. The power plant will provide many households with electricity as far away as Shikatse, Lhasa, and Nakchu, and Rinpoche is pleased at the prospect of a wonderful view onto the lake from Drikungzong. The Chinese government plans to erect a brand new city on the southwest bank of the reservoir. Fortunately, most of the Drikung monasteries are located on mountain slopes and have not been affected. Only the former site of the Nima Changra Philosophy School, which had already been completely destroyed anyway, is now entirely underwater. Rinpoche has been working on the restoration of Densatil, the main monastery of Pagmo Drupa, forefather of many Kagyu lineages, for many years now. This project requires diplomatic tact. China has recognized the enormous potential of the monasteries as tourist attractions. However, they would prefer to keep them as museums rather than places of spiritual teachings and practice. Thanks to the loosening of the political control in recent decades, more Chinese have been traveling to Tibet as Buddhist pilgrims, and among the Chinese population there is growing interest in maintaining the original use of these sites. Rinpoche has been working with the help of intermediaries in Tibet, such as relatives in government agencies and monks with family connections in the area, to have the entire region around Pakdru Monastery turned into a conservation area. This is the only hope of preserving the ecosystem of this lovely stretch of land, as there are already plans to lay power lines from the new hydroelectric plant in Drikung through this region. A monk from the province of Yunnan who lived for a long time in Jiangchubling Monastery in Dehradun is a member of the Nature Conservancy in Beijing, and he has been instrumental in supporting Rinpoche's efforts. The local farmers have been convinced of the importance of the project and donated 35 fields, and Rinpoche has obtained a permit for reforestation. In this way, the land is gradually closed off to environmentally harmful development on the local level, and the growing awareness of the importance of nature conservation in Chinese government agencies may secure the project's full realization in the future. The unique design features of the lotus stupa in the Nepal architecture derived from the writings of the first Trungtsang Rinpoche Chotak. The interior contains a magnificent statue of Vajrayana in union with his consort in the center, with an imposing shrine that also holds exquisitely worked statues of the 84 Mahasiddhas. The mandala of Chakrasamvara covers the ceiling, and a separate room holds a three-dimensional mandala containing a relic of the Buddha. Many religious dignitaries from Tibet and visitors from all over the world came for the stupa's consecration in 2004. It was a monkey year, and the traditional monkey year teachings were given immediately after the opening. This time, Trungtsang Chokyi Nangwa could not obtain permission to leave Tibet, but as a result, for the first time in 48 years, a throne holder was able to conduct the monkey year teachings in Drikung. The Chinese authorities ordered that the teachings take place on a field below Drikung Til so they could control the expected 10,000 visitors, but the crowd reportedly grew to well over 100,000 people, and they were compelled to relocate the event to a place higher up in the valley where there was enough room for everyone seeking the Poa blessing from the Drikung lineage. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading of His Holiness's biography, and please support the publication if you have the means. May all beings benefit. Allah Laho Jashtile.